Hi there, my name is Paul Murphy. If you're a first-time viewer, thank you so much for spending the time with me. Hope I can keep your attention for about another 6 minutes. And if you're an existing viewer, then you know that I tend to ramble on a bit before I get to the point of anything. So let's be brief. Okay, I have a new anthology of song lyrics, and well, it's just performance prose in this, song lyrics and performance prose in this one. It is called One More Rainbow Before the Lights Go Out, and the cover there was painted by my amazingly talented son Dylan, whose picture is behind me, I think. And he also did this amazing rainbow on the back cover there, which you probably can't see too well. The light is not good in here. I did a, there's one piece in here that's a very personal piece to me. Not that they're all not, but some of them really, some of them come straight from your nervous system and get written down. You're dipping your pen in an inkwell of heartache. This one's called View Through a Child's Tear. And someone's just messaged me and said, why don't you do that one? I've already done it straight, as it were. Why don't you do that one as one of your performance pieces? I'm going to give it a go. It may come out okay, and it may not come out okay. Or it may come out somewhere in the middle, like the Grand Old Duke York's Men. But I'm going to try. A view through a child's tear. I know what you're looking for, and the places you've been searching to. No one's going to give an alibi to you. You cause such pain and revel in its sight. That's why you sleep alone every night. There's a scorched earth where your footsteps tread. Everywhere you go, people scourging for their lives. You're twisted in so many ways, it's frightening. Hatred shines out of your eyes. You try hard to cover up the sins that you commit, but Judgment Day knows where you live. Some things you do, even the devil would not admit to. Things that heaven shall not forgive. When you read the scriptures, they turn to dust in your hands. Better to die unashamed. Everyone's bought shares in you, but the market's crashed. All that's left are dreams, crashed in flames. There's a banquet famine on which you feast, and they're dining on your soul. Whenever you call up, the message says, the number of the beast. Infamy always was your goal. No one dares turn their back on you. They would just be waiting for the dagger to land. I had an epiphany once. That's what led me to a different view. Everything clean you had fell through your hands. If love's a prairie, or the wagons of broken wheels, we never made it home across the range. I saw your diary once and it read, I wasn't there. Written in a language somewhat strange. You like to throw bombs in the wishing well. You love to see how many ripples you can create. Wish I knew what had gone down in your childhood that filled your todays with such hate. You pulled the monuments down, saying, "This is a false idol, and I only worship anger as my God." I see the children cower in fear at the sound of your voice and cover up the very ground on which you've trod. What kind of twisted gaze falls out of your shallow eyes to match the words that your sluice mouth spits? You say, "Don't talk to me unless you're on your knees." A crown of snakes so well fits. In your dark cellar, no light can penetrate. Nothing permeates that twisted spite. I looked straight into that dungeon once, but never was I brave enough to stay the night. There's no cure if the disease is yourself. You can't run, you can't escape. You can change the colours you wear, but not what's painted inside. But yesterday was far too long to wait. You brought the jester in on a comet of love and said, "Paint me a picture using only words." My palette was empty. My hand would not move. I think blank pages were enough proof. You speak in metaphors that never did exist. You kiss the ones you claim you love the same way. You can cross the frozen lake and reach the safety shore. But I think your guides have led you astray. Deep down in the city there's a street where no one walks. You made it your home. When things get hard on Desperation Boulevard, it seems that's the best place in your life you'll ever know. When the sky plummets and the oceans rise, the only thing that will be constant is fear. That's when your celestial vision will come into bloom. That's also when you will hold your viper near. Everything that's come to pass has somehow yet to be. We never saw the writing on the wall until too late. Paradise is wasteland if you don't know how to believe. Won't you meet me at Eden's gate? Inside the lockbox that Pandora bequeathed to you, there's 100 ways to torture those present. And you use your dagger words like a surgeon uses his knife. Whoever knew you'd grow to be so decadent? Where was the virtue in a child's tear? Where is the reward in pain? What kind of yield do you get from disdain-flamed anguish? How I wish they'd never spoken your name. You drive away at dawn and you don't look back. And me, I don't recall the portrayal trail. 50 executioners are on your payroll every day. But the lambs were the ones inside your jail. Your chicanery smile, it burns through many armours, the sword of justice though it stays sheathed. And your false judges who believe the promises your eyes sent them, all the travesty and anguish their verdicts leave. So, let the train roll out, the carriages are empty, and I hear that up the line the bridge is out. I'll sit here and count the broken promises you sent me. If you ever need them back, no doubt. Over the last hill's brow there's a well-trod trail, with the shadow of remorse to illume the way. From ancient days up to the new dawn's rays, no one in your clique has changed their ways. When I look at you, I have to turn my head. My soul would turn to stone and then to dust. I believe in those that stride towards the light. You lie with those even hell distrusts. There's a typhoon stored up in the recesses of your youth. It's like a tsunami of bile when it erupts. Like the prima donna quoted as he was taking stock. Once you have met her, the only way is up. Are you counting down the sands in your jar? Or the moments that it takes for your next deal to appear? Don't think you're so accurate anymore. There's a very thin line indeed between desire and fear. I've seen your river and pondered why it runs upstream, just to land in the rapids of your tongue. I think that when you count up what's come back to what went out, even you will see that the last song has been sung. Try and look around and see the void you face. Was it clearly your intention all along? There's a Weber hanging over that old fireplace. They're never going to forgive you until the rapture comes on strong. Dig your portrait out. Maybe keep the frame. Times catch up with one and all. They were right upon your tombstone in invisible ink. Everybody had a ball. I'll cut your name out of every memory I have, put them into bed with my sleepless nights. That way I know I will finally be at peace when your executioner comes to turn out my lights. You pulled the rainbow down just to destroy a child's dreams, replace the pot of gold with hate. Don't think the scales won't get evened up sometime on the wind of sin that you create. You can slide off home now, if you remember where it is, and if they'll let you come back in. If this was some kind of contest that you made up for fun, don't you see that no one got to win? I think the orchids are going to bloom one last time tonight. I will put one in my lapel, put a cross down where you lay to sleep, and a desecrated poppy where